Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. Toxic women mess it up for the good women. Yeah. Some of y'all might have seen the recent podcast I did on, well, it was actual video. Ron had to get on video for it on my men's channel, my main channel, about paternity fraud, right? And there were some women who chimed in about it, but a lot of women are silent about it. Ladies, understand one thing, especially for women trying to find a good man. And this is for legitimately, as one of my associates would say, solid women. And what he meant by solid was, they might not be a dime, but that's rare anyway. But you know what? They have some level of attraction. They got good sense. It would probably make a good wife. And I know there's plenty of you. That's why I created this channel, right? But what many of the good women, like the legitimately good women, solid women, don't get is your biggest enemy is not like a shortage of men, even though many women complain about that. And, it's not a shortage of men, and it's not, it's not like some other thing or some nefarious plot. It's these toxic women. Many women might not think about it, but every time a single man gets burned, let me say that again. I better be louder about that. Every single time a man gets burned, like on paternity fraud, every single time a man gets burned because a woman cheated on him, every single time a man gets burned because he lost a lot of money because of a woman, or he just gets a woman just played him, got his money, or really was vicious with him during a divorce, or it could be even dealing with the kids, like she plays games with it. Anytime, any toxic behavior, or anytime you get women putting down like decent men. And I ain't talking about men who think they decent, but there's some women out there, and y'all know it, who will put down men who actually do right men. And we all know what a do right man is. Right? And like the women are just toxic. You got some women out there just on some evil stuff. And y'all know it. Y'all know it because y'all avoid them. Y'all don't try to be their friend. But what these toxic women are doing is messing it up for y'all. And they messing it up to the point where many women, the guys, they looking at it and they, after a while, you get some guys burnt enough by it or burnt significantly, and they like, you know what, this ain't worth it. Right? Now, I know in this country, I remember about 10 years ago, especially around 2005, there was that whole big thing about black men in this country going to Brazil. Right? And I say black men, but really this covers all races, because there's a lot. There were white men going to Brazil too, and Dominican Republic, and Eastern Europe, and everything. You gotta understand, after a while, if a man gets burned by that one good time, he might be able to bounce back, but if he constantly runs into that type of woman, all of a sudden he's like, he might not take the time to get to know you to see that you're different. You're probably legitimately different, but he's like, I could approach that woman, talk to her, but she gonna be like the rest. And especially in a man's eyes, enough women don't speak up about it. Now, I know we have a few women on a platform like YouTube who will speak up, but even those women get attacked by other women. And it's like, but see, by the good ones not speaking up, the good women, that hurts y'all. See, one thing I gotta say about the men, like on the man side, and generally if I use the term Pookie and Ray Ray, it triggers some people. But here's the thing: whether or not somebody agrees with me that the whole topic is overblown, or rather blown out of proportion, a better way of saying it, men will speak out about other men doing some foul stuff. That's one thing that you can't. I don't care whether you agree or not or anything. Men will call each other out on some foul stuff. But there's not enough women doing it. And see, in fact, men, and I think that's just our nature. We want women to know, hey, we ain't like those bums over there. Because even though some men didn't agree with me when I talked about that competitive thing, men are ultimately competitive, whether they realize it or not. So we're going to differentiate ourselves. But see, too many women don't realize, hey, you ain't speaking up and saying, hey, I ain't like the rest of these women. Or speaking up, y'all thinking it. I know it in private, y'all thinking it. And competing with that other woman. But publicly, we're not getting it. So when those toxic women do stuff, when those toxic women, go on social media and stuff, when those toxic women do it, that messes it up for a lot of women. So many women get jacked up by that. Because a man don't have time to sift through it, everything. If he's working, if he's a real man, or at least aspiring to be a real man, he's gonna have a job. He's gonna have a hustle. He's gonna do something. You know what? I've seen adult men who didn't have jobs like somehow managed to get a functional lawnmower and push it around neighborhoods just to try to find work or whatever. Basically, a man don't have time for all that. If he's doing what he's supposed to do, which is getting off his butt and making money and trying to create something, he trying to build something. That's what a man's supposed to do. He don't have time to like sift through a bunch of women, especially when his experience has shown that these women can be toxic. And like I said, they ain't like all women are toxic. Even though, people give different numbers. But it's enough. And, after a while, the guy's like, well, shoot, are there any good ones speaking up? Or why should I have hope? Seriously, when you get to some of these movements about men going their own way and all of that, I don't fault them. I don't necessarily agree with them personally, And that's just based on my personal experience with women. Women generally been cool with me. I'll just say y'all have served my interests, and that's beyond sex, right? But, that's my experience. Other guys have a different experience of it. Other guys have a different one. And, sometimes, and I know it's tough. Because we kind of live in a political environment where women are encouraged to circle ranks. But on this, when y'all see they toxic, y'all gotta call them out. Like, I ain't see enough women call. I've already said in a video when I did on paternity fraud. Now, thankfully, I had some women who came on and made some like profound comments about how they see it and what they do against it. But we haven't had a national figure like say, hell, hold up. Everything is about like men doing this and men doing that. Even with that Me Too thing, And I mentioned that woman. I swear I cannot keep that woman's name. The one who accused Weinstein and then turned around and she, in a relationship with somebody younger than her. And even stuff like that makes it look bad. When you got some older women that's another thing with the teachers and stuff. I gotta be concerned about my son. Especially since my oldest, his anatomy. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go up to the school again. Just eyeball them. I'm gonna have to have Angry Rom up there too. Just let them know what they gotta deal with. Wearing a tight shirt, show all the muscles and stuff. But yeah, it's messing it up. And really what's gotta happen, some women just need to speak up more against the toxic. I mean, like I said, men, we call out our toxic elements all the time. All the darn time. Even some elements ain't that toxic, we calling everything out. We call out foul behavior. But we need more women to do that because it really is like for all the good women, solid women, y'all hard working, y'all trying to build with a man, Y'all might get called pick-me's or something, but y'all really trying. Y'all trying. right? You know, that's hurting when the toxic women are not addressed by y'all. Y'all need to do it. The men need to say, oh, wait, there's something different. And I know it's tough because those same toxic women start coming after you. But understand, a man's nature will come to help you out. That's our nature, regardless of what men say. Like, weakness or helplessness in a woman is magnetic to a man, even if he don't know it. Most don't think it. But then again, most don't see it. But it's magnetic. That's a metaphysical type of thing. So anyway, right? Something for the good women to think about. Anyway, that's it for today. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.